Hey everybody, thank you for hanging out for some more drawing with me today. Thursday, almost the end of the week. Now I want to ask you all, how are you doing? How is the homeschool situation going? I know a lot of people are having to do school at home, and that can be a pretty challenging thing, but it can also be pretty fun, right? Get to set up a little workspace, maybe in your bedroom or maybe your kitchen or somewhere cozy, and just hunker down and do some online learning. You know, my kids are learning science once again. Science. I told them never to trust atoms. They make up everything. Yes, indeed. Well, hey, it's time for us to do a little bit of drawing together, so why don't we just jump right to it? All right. You're going to need a pencil, a pen, a marker, a crayon, maybe a piece of bamboo that you can dip in some ketchup and then draw all over the curtains with. Whatever tool you want to use is fine with me. I don't know how your parents feel about it. I don't know how your partners feel about it. But listen, you're an artist. You just have to create, right? You have to use the materials that make you feel good. And who am I to stop you from doing that? Now, while you're gathering your materials together, why don't I say hello to some friends in the chat and see who we have here today. Alrighty, let's see. We have JD. Nice to see you, JD. We have Sam, Cornell, and Steve. How's it going? And Steven, not to be confused with Steve. Marzia. I hope I said your name right, Marzia. Yeah, I don't want to mess up people's names. Hey, Keith. If that joke had substance, it might have mattered. I love it. See? More science jokes. This is the kind of crowd I'm talking about. The kind of crowd that wants to draw and tell some pretty corny jokes. All right. Now, to do these drawings, we start with the you draw it. You're going to have to be able to do three things. A straight line. Okay. I know you all can do that. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, by the way. No big deal. Zigzag. All right. And sometimes those will get ganged up that way or that way. You get the idea. And finally, a curvilinear line. All right. It could be an S curve, C curve. Could go that way. Could go that way. This is what I call a shallow C curve. This one, not so much. All righty. Now we're going to get started today with a very simple shape, and that is the letter V. Now watch carefully. Here we go. I'm going to draw V, and I want you to look at the width of that, okay? It's kind of a wide V. It's not like a really narrow one. Yeah, so, got some width. If I were to draw a square, it would fit nicely inside that square. Corner to the center, center up to the other corner. Know what I mean? All right, now, continuing on, watch this. I'm going to head back this way a little bit, stop, do the same thing on the other side. Okay, symmetry, symmetry. I used to work for a company called Symmetry. They were trying to be clever, and they spelled their name S-Y-M-E-T-R-I. All kinds of spelling mistakes in that name. But it was that time in the early 2000s when web design companies like to use all kinds of funky spelling. And, it's still kind of around these days, Look at these businesses that drop all the vowels, right? That was a weird tangent. Are you ready for another zigzag? Because we're going to go this way and then pop it back out that way. Here we go. We're going to pop it back out like so. Ready for some more symmetry? S-Y-M-M-E-T-R-Y. There we go. So far, we have a lot of zigzags in this drawing, don't we? But don't worry. Some other stuff's going to creep in there, especially some curvilinear lines, as you'll see. Right here, curvilinear line number 1 is going to curve out this way and then down that way. Watch carefully. We curve out this way and we curve down that way. See that? That's my C curve, a shallow C curve at an angle. Okay. Now, do we want some symmetry in this situation? We do indeed. Here we go. Out and down. Alrighty. What on earth could it be? If you have any guesses, go ahead and throw them in the chat. And I'm always curious to see if people know what's up. Reverb Mike says, symmetry. Haha, I like that. Spelling it even another different way. Very funny. I like it. Clever's here. Nice to see you. All right. Drop a vowel, pop a vowel, lock a vowel. That's funny. Drop, pop, and lock. All right, moving on with our drawing. we're going to do a little bit of this. Watch this. I'm going to pretend that this line is still going out this way, but I'm going to skip over it a little bit. A little space right there. I'm going to pop out this way, zig, and zag. See that? Same on the other side. A zig and a zag. Look, the space here is not the same as the space there. Is that a big deal? No, gang. No pressure here. C curve. How far does that C curve go? It goes up and out and just past this line right there, okay? See, I got to make sure I draw past that line. Now here comes a really big C curve. It's going to come up and around and stop right about here. Now you could always give yourself a little target to aim for if that helps. Or you could start from the target and end where you were originally. I don't think I'll do that this time. I'm going to C curve out and down like so. That's what I'm going to do. Alrighty, now it's time for another zig-zag kind of an action here. We're going to zig and we're going to zag. Are you ready? Zig, zag. Okay. And you'll never guess what's going to happen up here. Maybe you will. Zig, zag. Zig, zag. Giraffe in a suit? I think not, Cornell, but it's an interesting guess. Very interesting. A pair of nunchucks, pardon me. No. But another interesting guess. It's a spear. Nope, it's not a spear. Mia, you are correct. It is, in fact, a lizard, also known as a lizard. All right, are you ready for another C curve? Well, here we go. We're going to C curve out and in like this. C curve out, C curve in, like so. How about back here? Same old deal. There we go. Lovely. All right, now we need to make ourselves a beautiful tail. And it's going to C curve out and around this way. Watch. We're going to come this way, and we're going to come up that way. We're going to start from back here, okay, and we're going to slowly and carefully trace back around, ever so carefully widening the gap between these two lines as we get closer to the body. So I pause right there, pick it up again, widen it a little more, pause again, and widen it a little more, and we wind up back where we started at the body there. Perfecto. Alrighty. And now, time for some feet, some little lizard feet. Watch this. I'm going to come down and out a little bit. See that? Tiny bit of a curve. And back here on this side, I'm going to go down and out a little bit like that. And in the middle, I'm just going to go 1 and 2. All right? And then right here, little line like that. Isn't that cute? And back on this side, what do we do? Same deal, okay? We go out, out, 1, 2, okay? And then one little, whoop, little line right there. Those are the back feet for that lizardo. Okay, and now in the front, what do we do? Out, out, 1 and 2, and there's that little thumb. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and there's that little thumb. Boy, we're almost done, gang. Look at this. Zoom in here so you can see what I do for these eyes. Big C curve out this way, and another on this side. Okay, whoops. And then make a nice big circle down here, and a nice big circle down there. And then I just go like this. There. Perfect. Couple of little lines here. And this is our nice little gecko. So for this gecko, I want to add a pattern to the back. You can do whatever kind of design you want. This is what's cool about customizing this drawing. So many opportunities here to color and change the design in any way you see fit. The inside, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a whole bunch of little zigzaggy shapes like this. Okay. Just kind of place them randomly here and there, wherever I want. No pressure. Any zigzag is a good zigzag. See that? And that's going to be the pattern on my gecko right there. And maybe he's hanging out on a wall somewhere, just checking things out. Slide him on over there. Hey, some fun facts about geckos, my friends. Did you know that geckos' toes help them to stick to pretty much any surface on Earth, except for Teflon? How about that? It really is a non-stick surface. Fascinating. Another interesting thing about geckos is their eyes are 350 times more sensitive to light than human eyes. 350 times. So you can imagine they might be able to see pretty well at night. Huh? Alrighty, it's time for us to move on to the Doodle Game. I hope your geckos turned out lovely. I hope you decorate them in all kinds of cool ways. Remember to share with me on Twitter at Kyle T. Webster. You can see it right down there at the bottom of the screen. And I would love to see what you're drawing. I'd love to see what you're making. It's so much fun for me to see these drawings from you friends. Now for the Doodle Game, I'm going to show you what we have here. This is Doodle number 1. I'm going to hide my gecko for just a moment. And what I want you to do is I want you to just look at Doodle number 1 and tell me what you see. It could be anything, some kind of an animal, some kind of an object, some kind of a person. Who knows? Into a drawing. Now, sometimes it helps when we do this. We rotate our paper and we look at it at different angles. Like, oh, maybe that looks like something, right? Or maybe that looks like something. I don't know. Suggestions? Let's see, I'm reading some of these comments we have here. A guy in epic limbo battle. Cool. An epic limbo battle. So this is a guy doing the limbo. Let me see. All right, let's give it a shot. Clever, that's a cool idea. So grab my green, there we go. He's gonna go that way. And whoa. Gonna go that way, and his feet are gonna go down. Whoop, whoop. And there we go. Back pocket in those jeans, front pocket in those jeans. His arm is coming out that way. His other arm coming out that way. Whoops. And let's have him stepping forward that way. And there's our bar right there. So he's limboing under that bar. I think I see what you mean. And I hope that is what you meant. There he is. A limbo, limbo, limbo. Very nice. Cool idea. Hey, let's do one more. Why not, right? We got time. Check it out. Doodle number 2. What do you see in Doodle number 2? What can we make out of this one? Take a look at it. Shall I rotate it? Take a look. If I rotate it, what do you see there? Anything? Anything? What do you see? How about that way? What do you see? Maybe if I go this way. Gosh, could be anything. Could be anything. All right. Tell me what you think. Let's see. JD, very kind of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Fox ears. Oh, yeah, I see that too. I see fox ears. I see fox ears. I do, I do. Look at that. Cute little fox. And this little fox is going to be sneaking off here. There he goes. Gonna go try and find himself some chickens, right? Cool, well done, gang. Well, that was the Doodle Game. You had some nice ideas there. I like it. All right, we're moving on to the animal and activity. Now, this is where you suggest to me an animal doing something strange, funny, unexpected. Look what we did yesterday. Look at this. Yesterday, we had an otter who was fencing. Isn't that fun? So think along those kinds of lines. An animal doing something funny, unexpected, strange, something you probably wouldn't see every day. And in the time that we have remaining, I will draw that for you right here. And I will look at the chat for your suggestions, okay? Meanwhile, we have some nice comments here. What does the fox say? Okay, I remember that one. I remember that song. Adorable fox. Good, thank you very much. Sly and sneaky. Yes. A spider riding a snake. Now, that's a funny one. Steve, I like that. A cobra playing a harmonica, says RB. That's cool too. Yeah. 2 snake suggestions for some reason today. Interesting. Maybe it's because we had a lizard. A bear doing the bare minimum. Ah, more puns. He could be sitting there on the couch, feet on the coffee table. A flamingo doing a yoga. That's fun. A shark hula hooping. I like that one, JD. A snake painting in an easel. I like that one too. Lots of snakes and lizards. Today we're going to try this shark hula hooping because that's just so funny. Let me see if I can get my shapes right here. That's more dolphin-y. Hang on a minute. I'm going to come around and that's still too dolphin-y, isn't it? I got to think about sharks. Hang on. I'm closing my eyes for a moment. I'm picturing a shark in my head. Shark. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's the shape I want. That's the shape I want. Okay. Sometimes, you know, it's hard to remember those shapes. There we go. Hula hoop out like that, so it's asymmetrical. I want most of it out that way, so draw through to get that oval. There we go. Alrighty. I feel like I could do better with that tail, so I'm going to do that. And I'll just kick that out that way. In fact, I might just erase away what we have here so I can really concentrate on getting that shape right. This is the time to work these things out, folks. The sketch is where you figure out what you're trying to do. You gotta figure it out. Pop that back like that. There we go. I like that better. And I'm gonna sort of make that like it's he's up on a toe. There. Big shark mouth. And get that fin a little farther back. That feels better. Don't want it up too close to the front of the head. I think that feels a little better up there. Yeah. And he's moving around. Maybe got some bubbles there, you know. That's kind of fun. You guys sure do have some neato suggestions. All right, let's see how we make this one work, okay? Let's knock this one back a little bit. Make it lighter. That'll serve as my guide for what I do going forward. Are you ready? Top of the shark head. And back we go. Move that eye down a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna have these teeth going back that way. And these teeth going back that way. Alrighty. And then we're gonna have those gills there. I don't know about you all, but I've always been so scared of sharks, and I blame the movie Jaws. If I had not seen it when I was young, I probably wouldn't have such a fear of going in the water and getting eaten by sharks, but that one is stuck. Cannot shake it, folks. All right, let's get that hula hoop. And up and around. And out we go and around. Whoop. Oh, that didn't turn out so good. Hold on. There. Draw from the shoulder when you're trying to get these longer lines, right? That's the only advice I can give you. And that's a kind of funny, using that back part of the tail as kind of a foot almost. Put a little shading back there, a little shading back there, so that we know it's passing behind the body there. Okay. All right, let's beef that up a little bit there so we see it clearly. Add a few more little shiny bits. And maybe there's a fish who's looking at him and saying, what on earth is going on there? Even this fish is surprised. He's usually not seeing the shark acting like that. Shark don't care. Shark's having a great time. Alrighty, let's give our sketch a little rest there. Check out how we're doing. Let's add a little weight right there underneath. And a little tone in here as well. That just makes it nicer. Doesn't it, folks? Okay, there is our friend Sharky. Yay! All right. Great suggestion. Hey, quickly, let me see what else we had there. I always like to see what people suggested. We had an invisible bear. We had a snake painting at an easel. We had a flamingo doing yoga. The bear doing the bare minimum. A cobra playing harmonica. Fun ideas, folks. Mia, thanks so much. Andrew Loomis, yeah, glad you got that book. I think that's really phenomenal. Such good stuff. He is wonderful. So yeah, get some more Loomis books. Creative Illustrations, one of my favorites, and Fun with a Pencil is such a good book. Fun with a Pencil. Steve says, that fish is going to school on the shark's technique. Haha, I love all the puns, guys. Love the puns. Alrighty, well, that is another fun day of drawing. We had a little lizard that we drew together. That turned out nicely. And we have a little shark doing the hula hoop. You know, just the kind of thing you'd see every day at the bottom of the ocean. Well, gang, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next week, Wednesday and Thursday, same time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. I hope you all take care, and remember, please be kind. See you next time. Ciao for now.